So the atheist class man, they say openly, they don't believe in God. That is honest. And those who have taken the shelter of Vedas and talking of God as armless, legless and headless and earless, they are saying the same thing. Vedasraya nastikkavad bauddha ke adhik. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said that Ved namaniya bauddha hoila nasti. Persons who do not agree with the Vedic authority, we call them nastic. As the Musalman, they say, one who does not believe in the Quran, he is kafir. And Christian, one who do not believe in the Bible, they are called heathens. Similarly, according to our Vedic civilization, anyone who does not accept the authority of Vedas, he is called atheist. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, the Vedanamaniya Buddha hoilo nasti. Buddha philosophy, they do not accept the authority of Vedas. Although Lord Buddha is accepted as incarnation of Krishna, Kesavadhita Buddha Sarira, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. But for the time being, he did not accept the authority of Vedas. Nimnasi jagga vidheraha suti jatam. Lord Buddha was preaching ahimsa. So, according to Vedic rituals, there is prescription, sometimes, not always, killing of animals. So when Lord Buddha was preaching ahimsa, no more animal killing, the so-called Vedantis and Vedic followers, they said, why you are preaching in that way? We have got in the Vedas, many animal sacrifices prescribed there, Pasubali. So, Lord Buddha, what he will reply to these foolish persons? What was his mission? He said, I don't care for your Vedas. Therefore, ninnasi jagga vidhe aha suti jatam. Although it is Vedic injunction, my Lord, you have decried. But there is no way. Why? Sadaya hridaya darshita pasubhatam. You are so kind. He wanted to stop this poor animal killing. Never mind for the time being. Stop Vedic authority. So these things can be understood by the devotee. Although he decried Vedic authority, still he is worshipped. Kesavadhita Buddha Sarira Jaya Jaya. This is the understanding of the devotee. They know everything perfectly well, what is what. They know Shankaracharya, what he is. Shankaracharya is the incarnation of Lord Shankara, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, Vaishnavanam Yatha Sambhu. He is the topmost Vaishnava. So the devotees know that Shankaracharya was at heart a Vaishnava, but he had to preach like a Vaishnava because he had to drive away Buddhism from India. That was the mission. So therefore he made something, compromise with the Buddhist philosophy. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said he wanted to accept Vedas against Buddhism, who did not accept the Vedas. But he preached this atheism under the shadow of Vedas. He said therefore that Vedanamaniya Buddha hoilo nasti Vedasraya Buddha bhav nastika odhi. These are the discussion one has to learn very cautiously. What is the purpose of why Lord Buddha came here, why Lord Shiva and Shankaracharya came, why other Acharyas came, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. It requires thorough study and able guidance. Then one can understand. On the whole, the conclusion is that anyone who is in this material world, he is a sinful man. Anyone. Otherwise, he would not have gotten this material body. Just like anyone is in the prison house, you can conclude that he is a sinful criminal man. You do not record to study one after another. Because he is in the prison house, you can conclude that here is a criminal. Similarly, anyone who is in the material world, he is a criminal, but not the superintendent of jail. You cannot conclude because everyone is in the jail, criminal, therefore the superintendent of jail, he is also criminal. Then you are mistaken. Those who are conducting these sinful men to take them back to home, back to God, he is not criminal. His business is how to release this rascal from this prison house and take him back to home, back to God. So, mahat vichalanamannina grihinam dina chetasam. Grihinam. Grihi means anyone who is living within this body or anyone who is living within this material world. It is a compact thing. So, they are very poor-hearted. They do not know what is the value of life. Nati vidu sarthagatim Vishnu. So, instead of enlightening them, Mahat or Mahatma, they keep them in the darkness. That is a great disservice. They must be enlightened. Their business is to preach that don't keep yourself within this material world. Come to the spiritual world. This is the business of Mahat. Mahat vichalanam grihinam dina chetasa. They are very poor knowledge. Mudha. They have been described as mudha, duskitina. All these men are engaged in sinful activities on account of their ignorance. If you say, how you can say they are in ignorance? There are so many universities, they are passing MSc, DSc, doctorate, PhD, and still they are ignorant. Yes. How? Maya purita jnana. The so-called knowledge is taken away by Maya. Otherwise, why they are sticking to this material world? If you become enlightened, then you must know that this material world is not for our habitation. We must go back to home, back to Godhead. Therefore, this Krishna consciousness movement is preaching that this is not your home. Don't try to be happy here. Durasayaji bohirarthamani. Bohirarthamani, boh is external energy. They are thinking that materially, if we make some arrangement, some of them are trying to be happy by scientific improvement, or some of them are trying to go to the heavenly planet, some of them are trying to become this, that, but they do not know the real happiness is to go back to home, back to Godhead. Nati vidu sarthagatim Vishnu. They do not know that. So this is very important moment that we are giving them hint and education how to go back to home, back to God. Thank you very much.